Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm a veteran of a foreign war. I was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And God was kind enough to give me that song, Red, White, Blue, and I'm very honored that it's played at the memorial services around the world. And we were asked to sing at the Iowa straw poll and several Republican events, but we were singing at that event. And at that point, I was aware of Dr. Paul. I knew who he was. I knew he was running for president, but I didn't know that much about his positions. Miss Laura Ingram introduced us. We did what you just saw. We did that portion, and then we were allowed to sit on the edge of the stage and watch the people talk. And each one of the gentlemen that came up and spoke, they were articulate. They stated their position well. And they almost always started with a story that was like, I saw this movie with my son, some sort of emotional grabber, preachers would say. And then they introduced Dr. Ron Paul, and each person was allowed 15 minutes. Dr. Paul came out and the clock began to tick, and he started with, "We the people of the United States of America." And for 15 minutes, that man talked about the Constitution of the United States of America. Dr. Paul talked about why our country was founded, the principles for which we were based, and why, as a nation, we need to adhere to those policies. And just remember why we're here. To continue a revolution that started 200 years ago. And I don't know how it looked on TV, but if you were sitting on the edge of the stage at the Iowa caucus at the straw polls, Ron Paul walked away head and shoulders a winner at that event. So I went home and got on my computer. I typed like this, so it took me a while. I looked up, I Googled Ron Paul. I learned that he was in Congress a long time ago when he was unpopular. And he voluntarily walked away from Congress to serve his country. Now notice that in his record, he's been there again now, he's never one time voted for a tax increase. Ever. I learned by watching that he never one time voted for an unbalanced budget. Not once. I learned that Dr. Paul never voted for a pay raise in Congress. And amazingly enough, after all these years in Congress, he's never taken a paid junket anywhere. Dr. Paul does not participate in the constitutional, congressional pension plan. Doesn't do it. Doesn't need it. At the end of every year, he gives back a portion of his budget to the Treasury. How unheard of is that? So I decided that after 30-some years of playing music and living my life, I found a politician with principles. A man that keeps his word and says what he means and means what he says. And they asked me to say why I supported Ron Paul. That's why I support Ron Paul for the next president of the United States of America. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the campaign manager for Dr. Paul, Mr. Lou Moore.